Welcome to round 5 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of November 21st. I'm Catherine Aleko, and I'm here with Nicole Eridix.
Hello.
And Terry Morrow.
Hello.
Today, to finish up our Thanksgiving leftovers week, we're forking over an episode from last December on holiday shopping in a time of supply chain challenges. No stress, though. We're sure you'll be able to find everything you're looking for. Today, we are talking holiday shopping and other prep. Is everyone stressed out about this supply chain thing that is all we ever hear about? Have you done your shopping? What's it look like at this stage in the game, Nicole?
Well, it's pretty abysmal at this point. I am nowhere near what I would typically be in previous years, but just due to life circumstances, I haven't had any really extra free time to shop. And I do most of my shopping online. I do try to avoid going to the stores as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I did get caught up in that whole the supply chain and get your stuff early. And I bought one thing in like the beginning of November. And I thought I was on a roll and I was like, okay, I'm going to get all this done. And then that didn't happen. So I have one thing. I'm hoping that the supply chain pulls through and gets me my other things.
Few weeks.
Yeah.
Or
I know
10
it's
days,
crunch
I guess.
time. Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh no, it's getting closer and I still have not gathered the goods. So yeah, it's definitely a different year for me personally. So, and then of course added to the whole, shopping situation. Is it even real? Is anybody even finding that their stuff is getting delayed or there's nothing available? Like what's everybody's experience with that? Like,
I've been getting stuff just fine.
Yeah.
And my daughter also orders things from Amazon. She's been getting her stuff just fine.
I think it's like a real mixed bag. Like we have a little tiny part that's missing from our dishwasher. And my husband ordered it in like September and it's still not here. I mean, thankfully we can use the dishwasher without it, but he checked and they're like, yeah, it's, sitting on a boat somewhere. Like it's
really,
yeah. I mean, it's like a 25-cent piece of plastic, it's just
right.
Not a big thing. But it's, buried at the bottom of the shipping container. So.
Well, in fairness, we once had I think it was a heater or an air conditioning part that was similarly, we'll order it. Maybe you'll have it for next summer/winter, whichever one it was. And it just took forever. So that must be a small, inexpensive, and
low priority,
irreplaceable parts seem to be. It's like the big thing, probably the big expensive thing you could get. The tiny widget you need to make it work. Call us in 3 months. So I'm not sure that's in this case. It's supply chain related, but it seems to be a general truth of household annoyance.
Right.
Yeah,
and. Like my mom definitely is stressed. So because last year she had a box that she mailed us that took 3 weeks to get here, U.S. Postal Service.
That's not good.
Yeah, it took 3 weeks. And when it came, it had no postage or stickers or tracking indicators of any kind. It just appeared on our porch.
Wow.
Wow.
It had our address on it and it had her address on it, and that's it.
Wow.
So anyway, so she's been burned. So she sent one gift that we got, like weeks ago. And then she sent another box that's already here. So the way it affected me was, her nagging me from like early November as to what she should be shopping for. So
one of those, yeah.
But yeah, I would say I'm kind of behind. I mean, I haven't, usually my husband and I sit down and go like, okay, what exactly are we getting for the kids? And,
right,
do we have the right stuff and the right amount of stuff for each of them? And we haven't done that. So
you're behind as well.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I've gotten things here and there for sure, but it's not done by any stretch.
I'm also finding that things are changing as my kids get older. Like
yes.
What I'm getting them, what they're needing, what they're wanting. It's not as much like physically, but monetary wise, it is just the same amount.
Yes.
So
if not more.
I'm finding big changes in that department too this year, probably, which is why I'm struggling a bit more, because it's like, but there's only, I'm used to getting them a certain amount of gifts, but then it's not nearly as much, but it's the same amount. So anyway. Yeah.
And we went through that phase, and now we have gloriously come out of it into a phase where really nobody wants anything. And so we're just kind of not doing the Christmas present thing particularly. 2 years ago, when we went on vacation, we wound up just each getting gift exchange items for each other person in the family from the gift shop at the resort. Mm-hmm. And it was so fun. And it was the first time the kids had gotten us stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was just nice. So we're going to that same place again this year, and we're planning to do that again. Because, it gets to the point where somebody asks you what you want for Christmas. And it's like, well, I don't know. I guess I could think of something. Right. And so we're just skipping that.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah. I mean, my daughter is working, and if she has something she wants, she just goes buys it for herself. She's not going to say, hey, in 3 months I could get this from mom. So, and my son really wants keys all the time, but it takes him just fantastically long to figure out which ones he wants. So I think he still hasn't told us what he wants for last Christmas. Right. So we're just, we're kind of coming out the other side and saying, you know what? No wrapping paper, no expensive presents. We had I think we put a $10 limit on everything. We just each brought our little bag out from the gift shop and distributed the gifts on Christmas morning. It was wonderful. So I think that's going to be our thing from now on. If we're staying at home, maybe we'll just all go to Walgreens and buy each other something until the theoretical future event of grandchildren, in which case then we'll be back.
Then Terry's going to shop.
Then the supply chain better be snapping too, boy. So
that's kind of how I feel like with my, with older kids, and then they're both, at challenging financial times in their lives, strapped with student loans and and trying to, be, live as a student. And so it's hard to I don't know. I mean, there are things that we definitely want to get them because of that, but then to have them get us stuff, it's like, no, don't worry.
Well, a $10 limit.
Right.
Yeah. You can get me a scone from Starbucks and put a bow on the bag.
Yeah. It's just interesting. Yeah. It's funny. I know 1 year, I mean, with my parents, it just got to the point where we were just giving each other gift cards for, the same amount back and forth.
Yes.
What is the point?
The ceremonial exchange of gift cards. Mm-hmm. Everybody pass it to the person on your right.
Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. I mean, the gift cards at one time seemed like such a good idea, and now they're sort of like, I can do better than this.
My kids are like, forget it, just Venmo me.
Right.
I don't want a gift card.
Hit me with the cash.
That's a good idea, actually.
It's too much effort for them to like scrape off the back and key in the digits.
And then you always wind up with like, $1.27 left on it that you can't do anything with.
Totally. So the gift cards have gone the wayside even here in our family. It's like just then
right to Venmo.
Yep.
Venmo should put out a Christmas themed promotion based on that. Don't really wrap, don't order. The supply chain is messed up. Just Venmo everybody.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they have plenty of little Christmassy gifts and stuff that you can add to your exchange.
Yeah.
Since they have lots of those.
Yes.
So what about other kinds of, Terry, we know that you don't really decorate much.
Nope.
We have a tree that has no ornaments on it. It has lights. And
wow.
Well, that's sort of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the tree up and the lights on it, and then some of the outdoor lights that we do are in place. But other than that, all the rest of the
But do you Christmas not have stuff, the nostalgic ornaments that your kids made at different points in their lives that you have to hang on the tree?
Well, we have tons of ornaments. We just haven't gotten to the
I would
part
feel
where
I could do without a lot of it, because we have a ton, and we usually, our tree is not that big, and so it's sort of ridiculous, but it's like, oh, it's that one, I have to hang that one.
Oh yeah, there's always room for another ornament. Actually, I lied, because we do have one ornament on our tree, which is this cute little like felt stuffed sloth that they were selling at the place where we bought our tree. So we're like, this guy's cute. He's coming home with us.
We don't have enough of these.
Yeah, we do.
If you just buy all new ones, then you don't have to bring the box down from the attic. It works out really well.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is that my husband brought the boxes out like before we even had the tree. He was putting the boxes in the living room. Like, okay, so they're sitting there, they're waiting.
This is our holiday decoration. We have these boxes that we take out.
Right.
And then at the end of the holidays, we put the boxes back.
Right.
See, I want to get to the point where I don't need boxes. I just want a room where I could just move the tree that is fully decorated into the room, throw a sheet over it, and just kind of pile everything else up beside it, and then we'll bring it out next year.
Every now and then during the year, when you need a little Christmas, you can just go in, lift up the sheets, stand under the tree for a few minutes.
I know. I know one of my friends does that. She has 3 Christmas trees, and she just moves them into her garage, throws a bed sheet over them.
Y'all are using artificial trees, though, right?
We are. Yeah, forgot to mention that. Yes, we are artificial tree family, thanks to my husband.
Yes, us too. Modular pine trees.
Yes.
Well, I hope we haven't discouraged all of you, our listeners, from sending us expensive gifts. We can wait. We don't care about the supply chain. If it comes in June, we will still say Merry Christmas to you. That's it for another week of Parenting Roundabout. No leftovers left in the fridge. If you missed any of our earlier episodes this week, look them up on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts to hear what we have to say about parenting thank yous, holiday customs, and family traditions. You can also find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. And please visit our Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/momitude, where you can find links to a lot of the things we talk about. Have a great weekend and come back next week for all new episodes.